Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about a topic that most parents find pretty challenging: how to help your toddler listen to you and follow your directions. Toddlers are full of energy and curiosity, which can make it hard for them to focus and follow your instructions. But don't worry, I've got some tips and tricks to help make this process a little bit easier for both you and your little one. First, let's talk about how to give toddlers good directions. Use clear, simple commands that are short and to the point. Get your child's attention first by lowering yourself down to their level, holding their hands, and making strong eye contact. This is ensuring that the attention is on you. Next, you're going to be firm, specific, and provide one instruction at a time in the simplest language you can. So instead of saying something like, "Do you want to clean up your toys now?" you're going to say, "Pick up the crayon." They pick up the crayon, then you say, "Put it in the box." Giving one specific instruction at a time is essential because around 2 to 3 years of age, that's all your little one can cognitively handle. So now that we've established how to give directions to your toddler, now let's talk about how to get them to listen to you and follow your directions and actually follow through. So hopefully just by modifying how you give instructions, this should really help your toddler listen more consistently because you're getting their attention, you're being specific, and this is just going to help them tremendously. But let's say it doesn't, and they still are just not listening. I'm gonna give you two options here, starting with my favorite option. So scenario number one, let's say you ask your toddler to pick up the crayon, you do all the right things, you get down, you kneel so you're down on their level, you hold their hands, you make eye contact, and you say, "Pick up the crayon." And your little one either says no, or they just tune you out. My favorite strategy here that often works immediately is simply taking away whatever it is they want. So if they're playing with a toy, you take the toy out of their hands. If they're watching a movie, you pause the movie. And then you say, first pick up the crayon, then time for movie. They will throw a fit, yes, but they will also likely jump into action. And once they follow through with your instruction, you immediately reward them with the toy or the activity that they want, and you praise them. This is by far my favorite strategy, not only because it's immediately effective, but also because we're teaching our little ones first, then, which is a very important concept for them to understand and learn. My second strategy is more for when your youngster isn't engrossed in an activity or just doesn't want anything specific in the immediate future. And this makes the situation trickier because if I have something that my toddler wants, I can get them to do things much easier. So let's say you do all the right things again. This time you say, "Pick up the crayon," and your toddler says no, and let's say they run away. If you chase them, they're going to laugh and think you're playing the most fun game of tag. So if they run away, ignore it for a few seconds so you're not immediately reinforcing this tag-like game. And when you do go to get them, maybe 20 seconds later, be firm, have non-playful body language, and say, "It's time to pick up the crayon," in a calm voice. If they still refuse, this is where you say once more, "You can do it," or "Mom can help." If they don't do it, you pick them up, you put your hand on top of theirs, and you hand over hand pick up and clean up the crayons with them. Obviously, hand over hand is not ideal, right? There's really no ownership over the task, but it is better than nothing. So I'd rather you hand over hand pick up each crayon and put it away than let your child just completely ignore your direction and get away with it. But because it's not ideal, if your toddler starts to independently pick up the crayons, immediately praise them, let go of their hand, and let them do it by themselves. Anyway, getting your child to listen can be a struggle. Most likely by modifying how you give them instructions, this will help your toddler follow through more. And if and when it doesn't, now you'll know how to respond. So I hope this was helpful for you all. If it was, please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time on the OT Guide. Bye.